If you're a woman over 40 and you really have struggled with confidence for a long time because perhaps you had to rebuild your life, you might have lost something, you just kind of feel empty. Maybe you raised kids and now you have a lot of time on your hands, or you were a single mom and there was a lot of things going on. So if you ever are in this season of rebuilding, healing, focusing on you, this video is for you because I'm going to share a little bit about my journey and things that have helped me become where I am today, to be honest. So if that's an interest, keep watching. Hey there, it's Kristeena Torres. Welcome to my channel where I'm hoping to inspire all the moms out there, especially the single moms, and also sharing products that have helped me boost my confidence and just really my confidence journey and overall. So today's video, I want to share with you a little close to heart, getting a little bit closer with you today. I've been thinking about life and the journey. I'm turning 49. And I think about my life journey in my late 20s when life changed for me, when I divorced, when I became a single mom, and we lost a lot. We lost our home, we lost income, we had to move in with family. It was like a lot of things. I was struggling with the aftermath of divorce, raising these kids on my own. It's a lot of emotions when I think about that. The only way I survived in this was with God. So I'm a cradle Catholic. I am so in love with my faith, and I proudly say I'm Catholic. And I know the prayers that I prayed helped me with my faith and everything that I gave it to God. Now, in the beginning, I will admit, I was angry. But God gives us red flags and warnings in everything we do, whether it's friendships, right? It's friendships, it's new relationships. We either see the signs or we don't, and then we always learn our lessons. And I don't feel like every choice we make is a lesson. So even though I know there was a lot of red flags that I just dismissed because I was a young, naive young girl, and I didn't have my self-respect or self-love at that time. I just didn't. I know myself as I grew into becoming a woman with wisdom, that I wouldn't tolerate the things I tolerated at a young age, and we shouldn't as women. So when I think about rebuilding my life, when I got over that self-pity, the resentment to the person that hurt me, when I think about it, it was really decisions I made when I think about that, so I don't know what your story was. I want you to think about your struggles, like your rehealing. What are you rehealing from, and how are you healing yourself? For women in their 40s, rehealing, rebuilding, refining themselves, blooming again, it's so many things for us that when I went back to school, I made a decision to go back to school because no one can take away your education. I piggybacked, went back to school, got a BA, turned back around and got my master's. And that's when I felt this confidence shift for me, going back to school and getting my degrees, saving money, bought a better car, and I was so excited. Me and the kids were so excited. And I was like working in counseling. I was no longer a teacher, working for the program I worked for. And that's when my mind just started getting bigger, like there's more out there. So I eventually, almost a decade ago, got our own house. And I was able to do that through the grace of God. And because I got a very well-off job that I had in the past. I'm not saying a school counselor makes me rich. I am saying that I am blessed with the income that I get as a school counselor, the job I have, the days off I get, like I'm filming this video and it's summer break. So do you know what I mean? There's so many things or decisions we make, and then in the decade later, I'm just, in my 30s, I worked on myself a lot. In my early 40s, I was just living life, raising the kids. They were older. So in this life, it's like life with roommates. They are young adults, they both work, they do their own things, and I'm just kind of finding myself. And that's where this healing process is. It worked out. I had a lot of struggles, but it worked out, thankfully. And if you are a Catholic, I want to share with you that I pray the Rosary of Liberation. And you can buy the book or you can simply find it online, and I will link that below for you. And there is a book, the Book of Catholic Women or something like that, and their daily scriptures to read that I live by. I've read that book over and over for many years. Praying a special prayer to Saint Rita, she helped me guide me through that whole damaging spiraling I was doing in my young 30s, late 20s, in the Rosary of Liberation. This is the closest that I've been to being happy in my converting into like my 40s, because I got my degrees, I bought a home, So do you know what I mean? It was just all these things that helped me, but I had to see that path of it. And then but this is going on 3 years, I bought our second home. 6 years ago, I bought another new car. So do you know what I mean? Again, I'm not rich, friend. I am not rich. I am rich with the things God has blessed me with. So wherever your journey is, don't hit break. Okay, don't hit the brake. Keep going and find a way. That is why, if you ever watch me, I always talk about the favorite quote of mine: strong, fall 7 times, stand up 8. That means you just get up and you keep going. And I heard someone say that years ago, and that always stayed in my head. But again, that's like having your faith, like basically give it to God. Like, God, I'm giving it to you, and you're letting it go, you're releasing it. And that's how I feel like when I come in struggles of other things. Obviously life is never perfect. Giving it to you, and I'm releasing it because he has it. And if he takes it away, it's because he saw other things for me. And if he brings it back, then it's meant to be. So that's what I share with you. So I hope whatever season you're in, that you find yourself. In the last few years, I found myself really focusing more on me, focusing on my health, because when I was working full time, going back to school, it was nonstop. I didn't have time for self-care. I didn't have time to be meal prepping the way I do now, working out, stuff like that. It was like always on the go, making a fast dinner, and I was eating out on the road going to school. So I feel like that is when my weight kind of, was always been in up and down. So now in my 40s, I'm trying to do better, and maybe it's a little late. I don't think it's ever too late. But most recently, in the last 3 to 4 years, I really have focused on my skincare, making my skin look glowing, that I'm older, I drink a lot of water. I used to be a Pepsi addict, but I drink a lot of water. I take collagen, I take certain supplements, I take fiber, I walk on my walking pad, I walk with my best friend, I meal prep. So there was a lot of different changes that happened for me in my 40s. So we got to make changes if we want better results for our lives. And the old Kristeena would be so proud of the Kristeena I am today. I don't think she'd believe who I am, because I remember that old self of me in this rut, and didn't understand how her road crumbled. And it took her a long time to realize she had to get herself out of it. So with the grace of God, it happened. So I want to help you remember that about you. Wherever you are, you will find yourself. So I always talk about my confidence toolkit. I have an updated guide for you to really work on your self-reflection. My reflection is praying the Rosary Liberation daily, praying and reading my Catholic Bible book that I told you about. All that will be in the link below as well. For you, it could be whatever your jam is. So my PDF gives you daily reflections for you to do morning and night, giving yourself, if it's not prayer for you, it's that self-reflection. You get a guide, and you're going to track yourself for a 30-day tracker for you to start committing it. After 21 days, it's a habit. You create a habit. And then I'm also giving you my top 5 tips to help myself glow within myself glowing, how I glow, and the things I do to help my mental status, just my overall me. And I'm also adding, at the time of this video, for now, my whole, I think it's like 10, maybe 5 or 10 recipes for you to have protein, so for you to have less hunger throughout the day. And I didn't really know how important that was, as being a Latina. We eat Mexican food all the time, learning new things again. So I will link that video for you here, in another, my most confidence video for you. But if you want that PDF that I updated for you with the new title, I will put it in the description box for you. It is very affordable, and I'm hoping to empower you to move forward in your journey, to help your healing, your strength, your confidence lifting, your self-love, and all the things. Because friend, I have been there. All right, until the next video, take care. God bless. Peace.